Sursum Corda. St. Joseph School, North Point.
From Darjeeling Government Hospital. Let us hear for them. Let's give them a round of applause as welcome from North Point. We have Dr. Ritik with us. We have Sister Leela Rai, Sister Prava Chetri, and Sister Rekha. Yes, Rekha Rai. So we like to welcome them with an NP Khada. All right, so I hope you will learn something for health and hygiene. Most of our boys have fungus in their legs, no? So we'll listen to that. How to keep yourself clean. How to be healthy. So please listen to them attentively, and sub-prefects will give you questions in the study time. All right, for the health and hygiene. So I'd like to welcome and give the stage to all of them. And I'd like to thank Vinita ma'am for bringing them here. Vinita ma'am? Yes.
Hello, good morning. I am Dr. Ritik. I am consultant physician in Darjeeling District Hospital. And I want to discuss, health and hygiene, and I'll give a brief description of one of the very important systems of our body, that is digestive system. So let me start with the word health. Health, we use this thing, healthy and health, and always use. So from definition point of view, what is health? Health means it's a state of physical and mental well-being. You should feel like physically and mentally you are well, and not merely an absence of disease. It's like I have no disease, that doesn't mean I am healthy. If I cannot feel it, that I am healthy, that doesn't, it has no meaning. And a healthy people should lead a socially and economically productive life. That productive life can be study, that productive life can be, sports and all these things. So, and economically also. So, to keep that, to keep ourselves healthy, one of the very important thing is hygiene. We have multiple, aspects of hygiene. For example, like social hygiene and oral hygiene and all these things. But we should start from the very basic, and that is the keep ourselves clean. And I have already, I have heard father said that you people having, many of us having, fungal infection and all. And why that happens? That happens because of multiple factors. What are those factors? For example, first, there is lack of cleanliness. We are not washing every day. We are not washing our feet every day. So sweats and all these dirts, they actually breach the barrier. We have our own immunity. Our body is like the body is ready to fight everybody, like bacteria, fungus, virus, and all. But when we are not clean enough, that immunity is breached. That is the first step, and that we have to prevent that. That is the primordial prevention. That is the primary prevention. So when it is breached, then these bacteria, these viruses, these fungus, they attack us. And they have this, chance to grow inside us. And we get infected. So keep yourself clean every day. We take bath. Sometimes, yes, in a cold weather, when we are cannot, because of cold and weather and all this, if we cannot take that, then we have to keep ourselves, clean every day. Number 2, dirt should not be there. It has to be cleaned every day. Number 3, keep your nails clean and cut your nails every day. And the most important thing, even our health professionals, we are, repeatedly told by everybody, even with the World Health Organization also, we need to wash our hands properly. We have 6 steps of hand washing. And in our hospitals also, most of the patients are facing, grave infections, because some of us, the health professionals, we are not even giving enough emphasis on this, hand washing and all. So please, wash your hands every day before touching your food, after, all these things, the daily, after using the washrooms, and keep your nails cut. And that will keep the diarrhea. If the hand washing is, proper, it will keep the incidence of diarrhea in a very, very low level. We have seen in subcontinents like India, in tropical countries like India, there will be incidents of, in a particular 1%, there will be 5 to 6 episodes of acute gastroenteritis in a year. That is, the average. But if we clean our hands, we can keep it like below 2 or 3. Only 2 or 3 episodes of acute gastroenteritis or diarrhea, vomiting, etc., abdominal pain will be there in 1 year. So we have to learn hand washing. So I'll be like, describing how you wash your hands and what are the steps. So the first step is like, you are taking the, something like your soap or liquid soap or whatever you are keeping. So first step will be like this one, right? Do it with me. This one, right? And the second one will be like, and then the opposite hand. Okay? Third step is like this. Your fingertips should be clean. And then opposite hand. Right? And the fourth step will be tip of the hands, like, and the opposite one. Fifth step will be like this. And then the opposite one. Right? Then you wash it. And for medical purpose, we clean it from our elbow to this portion. But it's not necessary like you can do this much. If we do all these steps properly and we keep ourselves, hand hygiene, if we maintain the hand hygiene properly, the, incidence of, acute gastroenteritis, diarrhea, etc. will be very, very low. And also, the second thing I want to say about this thing is the drinking water. That is also a very important thing. Most of the, for example, like typhoid, most of the, things like hepatitis, etc., these infections spread through water. So it's not like you drink everything, right? So before drinking water, you have to please ensure that water is very clean and from a very clean source. Because in a institute like this, where we are using the water source and many of us are drinking water from the same source, if there is something happens in that source or something, spread of the disease is there, there will be an epidemic, and we have to prevent that. So keeping our environment clean, that is one of the very important thing. Keeping our water source clean, maintain our hand hygiene, and maintain ourselves by cleaning the dirt every day. We can keep ourselves very, very healthy and all. And I'm repeating the word again. You have to feel that I am healthy. When you are not feeling healthy, even if you don't have any disease or something, that doesn't mean anything. So you have to be clean, and you have to feel that yes, I am 100%. I am leading a very productive life. I am studying and doing something good in my life. So that will be my brief introduction on health and hygiene. Thank you. Try to describe in a very simple, in the most simple way, one of our very, very important system of our body, that is the digestive system. When we say digestive system, it has multiple parts. So first we should know the parts, and then we'll try to understand their functions and how the whole system works. And when I'm saying digestive system, you have to understand one thing. We have multiple systems in our body working in a absolute harmony. For example, our brain is working, our muscles are working, there is a environment, body environment that is working. So first understand one thing, it is not some isolated system. It is one of the part of our body which is working in a proper harmony with every other system. Today we are going to describe digestive system, not other ones, but other ones are as important as digestive systems, and without their help, the digestive system won't work. So let me first tell me the parts. So you can see this is a fantastic drawing, and this is a very good drawing. So this is mouth, and we have salivary glands. See, the salivary glands are there in yellow. Then we have esophagus. Let me tell you the thing. The esophagus is a muscular structure. It has smooth muscles in it. And when we taking food through mouth, it comes to the stomach with the help of the esophagus, and this is stomach. This is stomach. Stomach has multiple parts. This is the body of the stomach. This is the fundus of the stomach, and we call this portion the pylorus of the stomach. And then we have this thing. This is liver, and we have gallbladder. We all we have heard that gallstone disease, gallbladder mein stone ho gaya hai. So that gallbladder is this part in green. And then we have this portion. This is small intestine, and small intestine have three parts: duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. So this is small intestine, and then we have the large intestine. This one is large intestine. See? And large intestine has appendix, is a vestigial organ. This organ has no function in our body. But in cows or in buffaloes, this organ helps to digest these grasses and all. But in our system, this is a vestigial organ. And we have ascending colon, we have transverse colon, we have descending colon, we have rectum, and we have anus. So every part is very important. So let me tell you, the food travels with your esophagus. And this bolus, food bolus, it is the mixture of saliva with the food we are taking. So main components will be carbohydrate, protein, and fat, and along with that minerals and vitamins and all that. And when it comes to the stomach, we have an acid in our stomach, the hydrochloric acid. So this food mixed up with the hydrochloric acid, and then it comes to from stomach it comes to the small intestine. And there is one organ in yellow. This is called pancreas. So the environment in stomach, it is acidic, but once the food travels through the stomach into the small intestine, everything becomes basic. It is not acidic, it is basic. And from pancreas, multiple enzymes will come. From the liver, the bile will come. And then this carbohydrate, protein and fat, they get digested. It's a very, very complex procedure. I'm not going to discuss all the procedures in one, it's not even possible here. But in the small intestine, then it travels to the duodenum, jejunum and ileum. For example, let me tell you one thing. The iron is a very important component of hemoglobin also. If we have deficiency of iron, we'll get anemia. Anemia means the hemoglobin will be low. So duodenum, from duodenum, this iron get absorbed. And another important vitamin, that is vitamin B12, it is get absorbed from the ileum part. So duodenum, jejunum, ileum, they have their different, and they have their, different works. And after that, food travels with the large intestine. Most of our potassium ions, most of our waters, it get absorbed in this large intestine. And then the fecal matter develops. And after that it travels to the rectum, and then we defecate with the anus. So, and what is this liver? This is very important. Liver is one of the very important organs. It is like the storehouse of carbohydrate, and most of our biochemical reactions, for example, like the metabolism of fat, the metabolism of acetone, the metabolism of ketone, everything happens in this thing, liver. It's a very, very important organ. And why gallbladder is important? So bile mainly produced from the liver. Then it gets stored in the gallbladder. And at the right time, the gallbladder will contract and this bile will get poured into the small intestine and it will help in digestion. What happens if we keep ourselves hungry for a long time and the balance get disturbed? This bile will get stayed in this part only. There will be stasis. Stasis means what? The bile is not getting drained properly. And it will get accumulated and eventually it will make stone. That's why we get gallstone disease. So the basic reason is that main balance of the body is disturbed. We are not taking food properly, or there's something is going on which is not right. So regular food intake, it is very important. And carbohydrate, protein, fat, we should take this thing in a proper balance. That is very important, along with the basic nutrients, basic vitamins and all. So I'll conclude my session with this thing, and if you have any question, you can ask me, or if you have any health issues, you can discuss with me, and that will be all from my part. Thank you.
Sursum Korda.